So I decided to start a new segment of the show, and I think I'm going to call this Ask Bucky. Because, as a lot of you guys could probably figure out, I get a lot of questions through either my YouTube channel or my website or my forum. And people ask me questions all the time concerning, computer programming and let me see like computer software and just computer related stuff. But what a lot of you guys probably didn't realize is I get messages all the time coming from people asking me questions that have nothing to do with computers. And I don't know why they ask me these questions. I don't know if, they just want my advice or whatever. But I decided instead of replying to these people that what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer them in a segment. So over the last few weeks, I grabbed some of my favorite questions. And I just want to give you guys an idea of some of the questions I received. So this first one came to me from my website. I have a little thing at the bottom of my website that says send me messages or whatever. So this was one of those. It says, what's the worst present you ever got? And the worst present I ever got, actually on my last birthday, someone gave me a Wii Fit. So that isn't that bad, but the thing is I don't even have a Wii. So it was kind of insulting. So, kind of insulting and useless at the same time. But, I guess good intentions. It was the thought that counts. So, all right. This next one says, this isn't really a weird one. It says, where were you born? And I was born in Watertown, New York. At least that's where I think I was born. That's what they told me. But I guess, your parents can tell you anything they want and you believe it. But yeah, I remember when I was born, or I actually don't remember, but what they told me is whenever I was born, I was supposed to be born at the hospital, but my mom's water broke and she was home alone and she wasn't sober enough to drive me to the hospital. So I had to, be born at home. So I'm just kidding, by the way. She wasn't drunk. I was born in a hospital. I thought that was funny. So anyways, this next message came to me through my forum. Someone private messaged me. They said, have you ever seen a grown man naked? And I didn't respond to that, but as soon as they asked me, I immediately thought of this image, which is kind of weird. So I'll tell you guys a nice little story, nice little short story to answer this. So whenever I was like 19 or 20, I used to live in New York, and I bought a trailer, an enclosed trailer off of eBay. And the trailer was down in North Carolina. So me and my friend went on like a mini road trip down to North Carolina to pick it up. So whenever we were coming back, we stopped to get gas at this gas station, and it was like 11 o'clock at night. And I walked into the gas station after I got my gas, and I had to pee, so I went to the bathroom. And I walk in the bathroom, and for the girls who are watching and they don't know how you urinate, you just undo your fly and you pee in the urinal. But a lot of the guys already knew that. So anyways, I walked into the bathroom, and there's this 300, I don't know how much he weighed, but I'm guessing he definitely weighed over 300 pounds. And he had his pants and his underwear pulled down to his ankles, and they're just sitting on the floor. And he was just peeing, and I walked past, and I could see everything. And I was like, what the heck, man? This isn't like second grade. We know how to use the bathroom. But, I didn't say anything because, he was huge, and I didn't want him to rape me. But anyways, that's what I thought of whenever he asked me that question. So if you ever say, have you ever seen a grown man naked? That's what image pops in my head. So, just try not to do that. And another user, Grand Slam Depot, said, should I get my nose pierced? And he was talking about him. He wasn't saying, should I get my nose pierced? Should Bucky get his nose pierced? So he's asking me if he should get his nose pierced. And I want to, I have to tell him another little short story about this. So before, jumping into getting anything pierced, I'll give you guys this little piece of advice. When I was in, I want to say like 5th or 6th grade, I can't remember, but I was over at my friend's house, and his name was Keith, and he was a little bit, crazy, but I don't know, I guess that's why we were friends. I thought he was pretty cool. So we decided to pierce his nipple one day because, I think he was just trying to act tough or act cool or thought it would be funny or something. But anyways, what we did is we got some ice, and we got a pin like you sew with, not a needle, but pin. And we got some, we got a lighter. So what we did is he put the ice on his nipples, not 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 both of his nipples. He just put it on his one nipple to try to numb it because we didn't have any medicine or anything. We thought that would numb it, and then we used the lighter to put over the needle because we thought that would kill the germs or anything. So, anyways, what he did, and I just kind of watched the whole thing. I didn't really do anything. Is he put the ice on, freeze it, and then burn the germs off, and he put it through his nipple, and then it was one of those safety pins, so it clamped. So he was just gonna leave it there for a couple days until he had a hole, and then put a ring through it. So, I mean, I guess it went fine or anything. It didn't really bleed or anything. So we were like, all right, this is cool. So then I went home because I was over at his house. And the next day, his mom calls my mom and says, she basically starts yelling at, they think that I pierced his nipples. And he ended up getting a little infection. And my mom was like then yelling at me because she thought like I talked him into it and like pierced it or something. So anyways, my advice for getting your nose pierced at Grand Slam Depot is if you do, have it done by a professional. And, well, should you or should you not, just follow your heart. So this last question, I think I'm going to do 5 questions in every Ask Bucky segment. So this 5th question came to me just the other day. It's from NY6Love. And she says, I'm guessing this is a girl. Let me move my microphone. She says, I started my second period 8 days ago, and I still have it. Is this something I should be worried about? Is there any way I can make it go away? So, NY6Love, I really don't know how to respond to that because I've never had any experience with this, but I appreciate that you asked me, coming to me for advice, but you might want to get that looked at. So, I'm not a doctor, and, I don't talk to girls a lot about that stuff, so I don't know too much about that, but, yeah, you might want to talk to someone else about that. But anyways, that's it for the first segment of Ask Bucky. So if you guys have any questions that you want me to answer or need any advice or anything, there's one rule. They can't be about anything computer related. No computer programming questions or software questions or anything like that. So that's my only rule because I want this to be a fun segment. So there you go. So anyways, if you have any questions, then either leave them in the comment section below, or if they're too personal, you can go ahead and send me a private message and just tell me the personal and I won't share your username. So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.